Begin the evening's program with lighting of Jyothi, Omkaram, Gayatri and Invocation, followed by Ganesha and Guru bhajans. Can we, sir, start the lighting of the lamps?
जयलंबोदर पाहि मां जयलंबोदर पाहि मां जगदम्बासुत रक्ष मां जगदम्बा सुत रक्ष मां
जगदम्बा सुत रक्ष मां
शरणागत रक्ष माम् हे करुणानिधे पाहि माम् शरणागत रक्ष माम् हे करुणानिधे पाहि माम् श्री गणनाथ संरक्ष माम् श्री गणनाथ संरक्ष माम् निज भक्ति मुदं देहि मे निज भक्ति मुदं देहि मे जय लंबोदर पाहि माम् जगदम्बासुत रक्ष माम् जय लंबोदर पाहि माम् शरणागत रक्ष माम् हे करुणानिधे पाहि माम् श्री गणनाथ संरक्ष माम् निज भक्ति मुदं देहि मे निज भक्ति मुदं देहि मे जय लंबोदर पाहि माम्
अरुणारमणा श्री गुरुदेवा अरुणारमणा श्री गुरुदेवा अरुणारमणा श्री गुरुदेवा शेषारमणा सद्गुरुदेवा शेषारमणा सद्गुरुदेवा
सद्गुरुदेवा
अरुणारमणा श्री गुरुदेवा
करुणारमणा श्री गुरुदेवा
भवभयहरणा श्री साई देवा
भवभयहरणा श्री साई देवा
भवभयहरणा श्री साई देवा
भवभयहरणा श्री साई देवा
श्री साई देवा श्री साई देवा
श्री साई देवा
भवभयहरणा श्री साई देवा
भवभयहरणा श्री साई देवा
गुरु है सतचित आनंद 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 देवा
आनंद देवा श्री साई देवा
आनंद आनन्ददेवा श्री साई देवा
आनन्ददेवा श्री साई देवा
आनन्ददेवा श्री साई देवा
अरुणारमण श्री गुरुदेवा
रमणा श्री गुरुदेवा
शेषारमण सद्गुरुदेवा अरुणारमण श्री गुरुदेवा
रमणा श्री गुरुदेवा
भवभयहरण श्री साई देवा
भयहरणा श्री साई देवा
श्री साई देवा श्री साई देवा
साई देवा श्री साई देवा
भवभयहरण श्री साई देवा
भयहरणा श्री साई देवा
गुरु है सतचित आनंद देवा
गुरु है सतचित देवा
आनंद देवा श्री साई 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 देवा
अरुणारमण श्री गुरुदेवा
Requesting Sister Janani from the youth group to render the invocation.
ओम श्री साराम। हे गणनायक विघ्न विनाशक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक हे गणनायक विघ्न विनाशक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक सिद्धिविनायक बाप्रमतनायक सिद्धिविनायक बाप्रमतनायक गजराजमस्तक वरदायक गजराजमस्तक वरदायक हे गणनायक विघ्न विनाशक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक हस्तपरशुधर पाशाङ्कुशधर सिद्धिविनायक दीनोद्धारा हस्तपरशुधर पाशाङ्कुशधर सिद्धिविनायक दीनोद्धारा भक्तियोर्नमिसुवे एकदन्तने निन्न भक्तियोर्नमिसुवे एकदन्तने निन्न भक्तकैवारी शुभकारी भक्तकैवारी शुभकारी हे गणनायक विघ्न विनाशक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक सुरनरसन्नुत हरिविधि संस्कृत करुणाकर स्वामी विघ्नेश्वरा सुरनरसन्नुत हरिविधि संस्कृत करुणाकर स्वामी विघ्नेश्वरा परमेशदासर नित्यक्षेमकर परमेश दासर नित्यक्षेमकर वीर विनायक अगनाशका वीर विनायक अगनाशका हे गणनायक विघ्न विनाशक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक सिद्धि विनायक बाप्रमतनायक गजराज मस्तक वरदायक गजराज मस्तक वरदायक हे गणनायक विघ्न विनाशक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक बुद्धिप्रदायक सुखदायक साराम
Thank you, Janani, for a beautiful rendering of the invocation. I now request our convener, Dr. Ashwath, to present the annual report and also welcome our chief guest.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble, prayerful salutations at the lotus feet of our beloved Lord Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Today, we are celebrating the 26th anniversary of Sai Gitanjali. It is indeed a blessing to be here in this hallowed mandir, where we have the footprints of Bhagwan Baba. Swami graciously inaugurated this mandir on May 28, 1997, and also blessed us on the first anniversary on May 28, 1998. We were enthralled by his divine presence and discourse. In subsequent years, on every May 28, Swami bestowed us the golden opportunity to offer bhajans in his immediate presence in Vrindavan Ashram. I extend to all of you a very hearty welcome on this auspicious day. We are very happy to have with us today Sri Y. Ranganatha Raju, who graciously accepted our invitation to be here and address us. He is a BCom Honours, MA Economics and an MBA from the Sri Satsai Institute of Higher Learning. Sri Ranganatha Raju is an entrepreneur running the company Sanatana Analytics Recruitment Services Private Limited, Bellampalli, with a team of 83 members. The company is into economic research, recruitment, analytics, consulting, ancillary, and retail solutions. The company was one of the top recruitment players in 2022. His work has been recognized with many awards. I would like to mention one. He was considered as the most promising young economist for the year 2015. Swami used to call him as Kavi, and he was blessed to speak in the divine presence on more than 60 occasions. Now I will go ahead with the report. Puja, bhajans and festivals. Daily morning puja and Mangalarthi has been going on uninterruptedly for the past 26 years. Post-COVID, we resumed regular bhajans on Thursdays, and this was followed by bhajans on Saturdays and Sundays. Shortly, we are starting bhajans on Tuesdays also. Our Balavikas offer bhajans on the last Saturday. In addition, bhajans are also offered on all festivals and important occasions. Navaratri celebrations. Kumkumarchana by ladies with the chanting of Lalita Sahasranama on September 26, 2022 on the commencement day of Navaratri. Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam was held on the last 3 days of Navaratri, Durgashtami, Mahanavami and Vijayadashmi. A total of 280 food packets were distributed during these 10 days of the festival. Global Akhanda Bhajan. 24 hours Global Akhanda Bhajan was held at Sai Gitanjali from Saturday, November 12, 6 p.m. to Sunday, November 13, 6 p.m. with the participation of all committees. Singers from Sai Gitanjali offered bhajans in the Bhakti Bhavanandam Akhanda Bhajan at Vrindavan Ashram in June and December 2022 and also in this month. Utvan Dwadashi was observed by placing a Tulsi plant placed at the altar on November 5, 2022. We are now conducting monthly Nagar Sankirtan. Swami's 97th birthday celebrations were spread across 5 days. November 19th, Ladies' Day. Amrit Kalsha and sari distribution in the morning, and in the evening after the bhajans, there was a talk by Srimati Vimala Sham on the role of Mahilas in Swami's mission. November 20th and 21st, service at the neighborhood temples, and in the evenings, bhajans at Sai Gitanjali. Bhajans is circumambulation of the mandir 9 times. November 23rd, Swami's birthday, Nagar Sankirtan in the morning. In the evening, Deepotsavam with 97 lamps placed at Swami's altar, Jula Mahotsavam, and bhajans followed by cutting of the birthday cake. On Christmas Day, our youth presented Christmas carols followed by bhajans. Mahashivaratri, 12-hour bhajans were offered with the participation of all committees commencing on Saturday, February 18, 2023 from 6 p.m. to Sunday, February 19, 6 a.m. There was also Nagar Sankirtan in the morning. Veda classes and TRP sessions. As an all-India initiative, the following programs were held. Veda chanting on Guru Purnima and 6 hours chanting on 23rd October 2022 as a part of the Shabda Brahman continuous Akhanda Bhajan, Akhanda Rudram chanting. Trayambaka Rudra Parayana. 2 TRP sessions were offered during this year. The first was on November 27, 2022, and the second session was held this morning. Rudramayam Veda classes. Rudramayam is an all-India initiative to enable devotees to learn and chant Rudram before Bhagavan's centenary birthday celebrations in November 2025. Rudramayam classes started in Sai Gitanjali in December 2022. 70 gents and mahilas are learning Sri Rudram as a part of the Rudramayam classes. Ekavara Rudrabhishekam. As part of Swami's Aradhana Day celebration, Aradhana Day on 24th April, Ekavara Rudrabhishekam was offered in the morning. Seva activities. By the grace of Swami, we have been conducting weekly Sunday Narayan Seva. As on date, 2,733 food packets have been distributed, apart from caps, shawls, saris, blankets, hygiene kits, hand wash liquid, hand sanitizer, masks and medicines. We also distributed over 100 towels, 50 doses and 40 blankets to pavement dwellers during winter months in 2022, January 23. 840 Amrit Kalsha sets were distributed during the past 12 months. Each set consists of 5 kilograms of rice, 1 kilogram each of tuar dal, sugar and 1 liter cooking oil. Cumulatively, including COVID period, particularly April-May 2020, 2,840 Amrit Kalsha sets have been given to the needy. 120 liters of cooking oil is being given every month to the SSSIHL canteen of the Super Speciality Hospital, Whitefield, since 2022. This service has been resumed effective July 22 post-COVID. Aradhana Day was observed on April 24, 2023 with pujas and special distribution of Amrit Kalsha sets. We also conducted a Mahanarayan Seva at the district level by cooking food at Sai Gitanjali and served to over 2,200 beneficiaries in 14 different locations. As a preparatory, on the previous day, more than 50 Mahilas volunteered for cutting the vegetables. As part of the regular mandir upkeep, mandir cleaning is done on second Saturdays as well as on the eve of most festival occasions. About Seva, I would like to quote what Swami has said. I quote, Seva may be small. You may not get a chance to partake in some gigantic scheme of service through which millions may be benefited. You can lift a lame lamb over a stile, or lead a blind child across a busy road, or wipe a tear from the sick in hospital by assuring him of your love, affection, and service. That too is an act of worship which God accepts lovingly. Namali Likita Japa has been taken up as a sadhana since inception, and during this year, a total of 56 books comprising 8,94,063 names were written by devotees. The books were sent to Prashanti Nilayam as an offering, and Vibhuti Prasadam received was given to the respective devotees. Bal Vikas. We have 21 gurus and 89 students. 80 children took part in the bhajan training for Bal Vikas of Bangalore South District in July 2022. Two Bal Vikas students from Sai Gitanjali made it to the national level finals of the Satya Sai Quest 2022. A national essay competition was organized to mark Swami's 97th birthday. The topics of essay were based on Swami's teachings. The children who made it to the final list were felicitated at Sai Gitanjali. Group 1 and Group 2 students participated in the district level and state level examinations. On the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi, Balika children enthusiastically made their own eco-friendly Ganesha idols that were distributed at various settlements along with a grocery bag. Stationery, masks, and 29 pairs of uniform sets were distributed at NSVK school, Jayanagar 7th block. Also, Group 4 children neatly painted Swami's sayings on the bags that were given to them. Group 3 Balavikas children participated in Seva at Chaitanya Old Age Home, JP Nagar. They chanted Veda and sang bhajans. Lively games were organized for the inmates. Blankets, prasada, and Namalikita Japa books were distributed. Ishwarama Day celebration. Balavikas children from our mandir took part in offering bhajans at Vrindavan Ashram. 3 children were also a part of the cultural program showcasing various art forms of the state. Sri Satya Sai Vidya Jyothi National Project. 2 schools, Sri Sangameshwara Vidyalaya, Bhairasandra, and NSVK Higher Primary School, 7th block, Jayanagar. We have been supporting these schools for the past 9 and 6 years respectively by providing annual scholarships of rupees 3,000 each to 50 deserving and meritorious children on every Guru Purnima day. We also help in running Balikas, skill development, and spoken English classes. Besides, we gave away 40 smartphones during the COVID pandemic to support online lessons for higher class students. Prashanti, Super Speciality Hospital, Vrindavan, and Nitya Narayan Seva. Sai Gitanjali members participated in the annual Prashanti Seva. In addition, they offered service on 3 occasions, namely All India District President's Conference, Swami's birthday celebrations, and All India Mahila Shibir. super specialty hospital service. In this, 30 members of Sevadal from Sai Gitanjali have participated in the week-long service. This is apart from emergency services in the dietary and laundry from time to time. Our Sevadal members also join monthly saving seva at Vrindavan Ashram. They also rendered service during the inauguration of the Sri Satyasai Divya Smriti exhibition by the CM of Karnataka, a digital museum on the life and teachings of Bhagwan Sri Satyasai Baba. Our Sevadal members also offered service during the inauguration of the new metro line from Kadugodi to K.R.Puram by Prime Minister. 15 Sevadal members, Sai Gitanjali, participate every Tuesday in the Nityanarayana Seva held at Kidwai Memorial Hospital near Dairy Circle. Other important activities. Medical camps. Monthly medical camps were resumed in January 2023 post-COVID. We held 4 camps rendering service to approximately 125%. These camps are run by a team of 3 doctors and 3 to 5 volunteers offering tests such as hypertension, blood sugar, cholesterol, ECG, general checkup, and gynecological tests for women. Vibrionics. The Vibrionics Clinic offers service on all Saturdays from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Sai Gitanjali with 6 practitioners coming by rotation. Medicines have been administered for common ailments to various health issues with excellent results achieved purely by Swami's grace. Remembering Dr. R.S. Padmanabhan. On the occasion of his birth centenary, August 28, 2022, we conducted a special program with bhajans, and tributes were paid to him for his great contributions to the Sri Satsai Seva Organization Karnataka and for founding this Sai Gitanjali with the grace, benediction and blessings under the direct watch of Bhagwan Sri Satyasai Baba. A sadhana shibir for district and Samiti office bearers was held on September 4, 2022 between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Swachhata Se Divyata Tak. On October 2, 2022, on the occasion of Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, a special function was held in the morning with singing of Vaishnava Janato and a few bhajans. This was followed by Mandir cleaning. Laksharchana. Laksharchana was conducted 4 times during the year. I am very happy to tell you that 40 to 50 children from the Sangameshwar school regularly participate in this Laksharchana. Sri Satsai Literature Dissemination Center is open at the annex on Sundays, festival days and other special occasions, making available books, photos and puja materials. In conclusion, I would like to quote our beloved Bhagwan. Remember 3 things always. Continue seva wherever you are. Seek chances of helping others. Never lose an opportunity of using your skills and enthusiasm for the alleviation of sorrow, pain or distress. Secondly, do not omit, neglect or postpone your own personal sadhana. Study, japa, dhyana, bhajan, namasmarana and other spiritual practices. Above all, have faith that Swami is with you at all times and at all places. Unquote. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, sir. I now have the pleasure of requesting Sri Y. Ranganatha Raju to come and address us on this momentous occasion of the 26th anniversary of Sai Gitanjali. Our convener is already introduced, so without wasting much time, let's straight away get into the divine experiences.
यज्ञेश विश्वंभरात्युत श्रवणमंगल नामधेय लोकस्वरूप आपन्न भक्ति जनार्ति विखंडन दीक्षि लोकाधार तीर्थपाद विश्वोद्भवस्थित विलय कारणभूत संतत आनंद शाश्वत विलास विनुत मंदार गुणहार वेदशील प्रणतवत्सल पद्माक्ष परम पुरुष परुडै ईश्वरुडै महामहिमुडै प्रादुर्भवस्थान संहरण क्रीडनुडै त्रिशक्तियुतुडै अंतर्गत ज्योति परमेष्टि प्रमुख अमरादिपुलकुन् भाविंपराकुंड दुस्तर मार्गम्मुन तेजरिल्लु हरिकिन् तत्वार्थनै मृक्यदन् ఇవని తత్వంబుద్ధ నిజంగ బ్రహ్మాది యోగి మానస పంక్తు లోలలాడు ఇవని కారుణ్యము ఈ లోకములన్నీ దనిపి ధన్యతము చేయు అట్టి సర్వేషుని పాపసంహారుని ధీరుని శాశ్వత ఐశ్వర్యుని ఆత్మ సంసారుని ఈశుని నేను మృక్యదను. Offering myself at the lotus feet, few days ago you would have seen that clip from Radio Sai, which was 1 minute clip where Swami is holding my cheeks and I speak about how Swami told me 110 days ago, prior to that he would shower that divine love. Some would have seen, some would have heard about it. The clipping looks very good on video, but I have a reason to mention as to why that clipping is so special for me. It is not just because Swami held my cheeks and showed so much of love, but it is also for a very special reason. The day we were announced to speak to the Vice Chancellors, to speak in the Vice Chancellor conference, when that news was communicated to 4 of us, that each of us would be speaking in one different language, I was selected to speak in Telugu. Only Swami and I know how my heart reacted. It appeared as if the earth was shattering under my feet. Me, a 21-year-old kid, have to address those vice chancellors whose experience is probably double of my age. And what would we talk? So the morning I spent crying near Hanuman. Afternoon came down, did not know what else to do. Went to our institute Ganesha and cried there. It was almost 2:30. There was no response either from Ganesha or from Hanuman. So 2:30 we got a message that the Swami has sent his car for the speech. So we had to go, and then we went. So we went to Mandir, and even before I was very scared, very tensed rather. Not because I would fail, but because my failure would get a black mark on the university. And that would reflect bad on Swami. So little did I know as to whom I am worried about. So as I went to offer the rose, Swami, I was expecting Swami to console me, to tell me, Bhayapadakara, don't worry, I will speak through you. Or I was expecting Swami to take the role of a mother, of a teacher, to tell me, don't worry, I am there. But instead, when I go and offer the rose, he takes the rose, looks at me, and with lot of apparent disappointment, he tells me, Nammakam ledra niku, nammakam led. So you don't have faith. Nammakam led. I was shocked. Internally I was telling Swami, not now. You can take me to task, but not now. No, I'm going to speak. And he said, go and stand. And he tells me, next statement, he tells me, Evaru maatladtaru anukuntunnavara? Who do you think is going to speak? You go and stand there, I will speak. And from that day, so I went, I stood, I spoke. It was supposedly very well received. That's why you can see that Swami's reaction, Swami holding my cheeks. But it is that faith on that statement of the Lord that I go. My job is to go and stand, and it is His responsibility to speak. It is on that sole faith that I have come here, that I am standing here. And I would also have to make one more submission to all of you. I have no selfless expectations that my talk would enhance your devotion, that my talk would enhance your knowledge, that my talk would deepen your bond with Swami. I have no expectations that you would visit this mandir more often, you would connect more to Swami. No. I am here for a very, very selfish reason. That is, this 1 hour, I get to think of Swami. I get to spend that 1 hour in Swami's presence. If you benefit from these words, if you benefit from these experiences, it is your devotion to the Lord, and it is Lord's power that is transmitted to you. That's all. But I am here to relive those moments, and also to kind of share something that Swami has been, I would say, prompting, guiding in some ways. I am really not sure as to how much useful it would be or it would not be, but my job, as I said, is to come and stand, and it is his job to come and speak. Now what this limited self-thought would speak is about something that is related to each one of us. Whether you are a devotee of Sai or not, whether you believe in Swami or not, whether you are a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian or not, whether you are a child, you are an old man, you are a woman, you are disabled or not. But this is related to every human seated here. This is the knowledge of our own self. This is the knowledge about each one of us. Unfortunately, due to our shattered system of education, we have lost this treasure. Do you have doubts in your hearts? How many here have doubts in their hearts? I have a lot of doubts. Do you have sadness? Do you have unhappiness chasing you? How many of you are ever happy? How many of us are ever happy? I am not. In fact, just 10 minutes back I was telling brother that my stomach is getting upset and I would have to run. Inside I was cursing that what happened, Swami? Why are you doing this to me? And few minutes before the presentation I noticed that there are some unwanted images which was put by my excited brother, and we thought we will take them off, and I was getting tense. Brother Kulkarni helped out in last probably 3-4 minutes. He edited them out and is going to project. How many of us are free of tensions? How many of us are free of worries? How many of us are free of diseases? I am not. My father, he passed away 11 months ago. Next month would be June 26th, 2022, he passed away. For 12 years, he suffered from Parkinson's. Last 2 years were hell. We were in Yashoda, supposedly the best hospital of South India. As sir had mentioned in the introduction, we run a company. There is some amount of influence. There is no dearth apparently for financial resources. And we have lot of well-wishers. There are 200-250 people waiting outside the room. And best of the doctors were around him. Best of the machines were around him. He and his brother, my uncle passed away in January. My father passed away in June. Both of them were struggling in pain. Neither this money, nor that science, nor those doctors, nor my connections, nor my influence, and not even my devotion to the Lord helped. He suffered. Why? Is there an answer to this? Is there a way? Is there an opportunity for each one of us to end this suffering? Is there an opportunity for us to quell all our doubts? Is there an opportunity to be free of all the work? If I don't work, I know I will not be fed. If I don't work, I know my kid will not be fed. If I don't work, I know my entire staff would take a hit. I am sure it is the case with each one of us. Is there an answer? Is there an answer to these questions? We just have to go back. And there is this verse in Mundaka Upanishad. Vidyante sarva samshaya kshiyante chasya karmani vidyante hrudaya granti tad drashte paravara vidyante hrudaya granti. The knots of your hearts will be cut asunder Chidyante sarva samshaya. All your doubts will be burnt away. Chidyante, they'll be burnt away. Kshiyante jasya karmani. You don't need to work. Your karma, you're free of karmas. When? Taddraste paravara. When you have darshan of that. And what is that? What is that? For that, we need to go back. Now we have, as we were going to Sir Chandrasekhar Sir's house, I have noticed that there is a beautiful police station just next door, and there are multiple umpteen hospitals on this street. Don't we have enough knowledge now? Don't we have enough technology? Don't we have enough money? Don't we have enough resources? And yet, why aren't we happy? And yet, why is there so much sadness? Why? Is there an answer? How do we get this? But to get that, first you need to understand how to get that. What is it that we are made of? There is one occasion in which Swami was talking about there are machines kept for a science fair in the primary school. Swami came, Swami was going through each of those exhibitions, and then there was this one small little boy from 7th class who made a car which was made of gears. There is a steering, and to that there is gears and there are wheels, and there is that gear handle. So Swami asked him, what is this? He said, Swami, this is car, Swami. Car. So how does this work? He said, Swami, put this gear. He moved the gear, and he said, turn the steering, and the wheels turn and the machine moves. I said, oh, very good, very good. Is this a machine? He said, yes, Swami, this is a machine, Swami. And everybody was very happy that this boy is answering. Then Swami looked at all of the audience and said, so you know so much about car? He said, yes, Swami, you know so much about car. And he looked at that boy's body. He pointed that boy's body and said, this is also a machine, Ra. He is showing each human body, each one of us standing there. This is also a machine. This is also a machine. But do you know about this machine? All of us are blank. We are just gaping, looking at something. Do you know about this machine? No. Do we know? No. That's just next slide. Oh, I think I can show. We have this. Before I start, I have this small, apparently very small questions. Why do we have these 21 Omkarams? In fact, as I was typing this, Chandrasekhar Sir was telling me, recently we had this conference where I'm sure someone would be able to definitely answer. Why do we have 21 Omkarams? Because in this human body there are 5 koshas, 5 pranas, 5 indriyas, and 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, and those 20, and there is that manas, they make it 21. That's why we have 21 Omkar. Beautiful, very good, fantastic. One day, when Swami came out for darshan, Swami called one boy, primary school boy, and he said, chant that mantra. He said, oh, Swami. Ekam nityam vimalam achalam sarvadi sakshi bhutam dvandvatitam trigunarahitam brahma anandam paramasukadam. Good, very good. Everybody clapped. Swami called my classmate. We were in 12th. He said, you chant. Cheers. Brahmanandam, we just twisted. Brahmanandam paramasukadam ekam nityam vimalam achalam sarvadi sakshi bhutam dvandvatitam trigunarahitam. Oh, everybody clapped. Good. Swami called one more boy, senior brother. He said, you chant. He also chanted. He is in high pitch. Then that was the Dasra time, and many priests had come. Swami looked at them. Meeku ostunda? He said, do you know? They said, yes, Swami, we also know. They chanted very high pitch. Probably much higher than all ours. Swami looked at everybody. As this was going on, as this ended, bhajan, inside bhajan started. Om started. And the black box was emitting that Om sound. Swami looked at all the boys and said, all of us who chanted said, like this black box, all of you. We did not understand that time, but later it occurred to us, we are like those tape recorders. Why 21 Omkaras? Because there are 5 koshas. What are 5 koshas? God knows what it is. What are 5 pranas? Actually, what are 5 indriyas? I'm not really sure. Yeah, there is something like that eyes, there is that nose, ears, mouth, and skin. Why? God knows. Why 21 Omkarams? What are indriyas? Why are they created? God alone knows. Let us see. If it makes. So, we know Pancha Pranas. What are Pancha Pranas? Probably many of us may not even know, but some would recollect. They say Prana, Apana, Samana, Vyana, Udana. Why? What do they mean? God knows. Or what are Indriyas? What are they? Why are they given? God alone knows. But we know, unfortunately, our system of education has taught us, like I'm just reading, has taught us as to how a drone in Ukraine has battered a tank in USSR. How does it matter? It taught us as to how Tom's dog swallows literally 1.5 liters of milk every day. How does it matter? It taught us how Bahubali was made into a super duper movie. How does it matter to us? Would it relieve me of my doubts? Would it make me happy? Would it make me kshiyante sarva karman? Would it take away all my karmas? No. We are just stuffed with information which does not help us. Is there any information that will help us? Yes. And why did the Lord come down? And Swami says in Premamahini so clearly, go to chapter 11, second paragraph, he gives an explanation as to why I have come down. Yugadharma paddhatul vigalitamaya nayamargamana tippu nadapu koraku. When the walks of the life have gone astray, I have come down to correct it. In that he also says, Kala sandigdha vigraha suktulayunta bhashyartha goptamul telupu koraku. In the flow of time, when the words have lost their essence, I have come to give them a new meaning. And each of the things that I am quoting here are taken from various discourses of Swami. I pray that this is of some use. Now, I am not really sure whether it is visible to the last line, but however to the last row. But however, I'll try to explain. Swami says, no, in that first initial stage, in fact, when we were driving here, Chandrasekhar sir was asking, we have this karma theory, right? So we do something and it comes back. We do something and it comes back. When did it actually start? It would have started somewhere. Yeah, yes, I did some, but to do that, something else would have been there. So when did actually, what is the seed? What is that original seed? Each one of us, each one seated here, we have started. How did we start our journey? We started just as Swami says, that supreme consciousness, whatever you call it Allah, Jesus, Rama, Krishna, Sai, or you call it consciousness, you call it energy, whatever it is, whatever is that, tat, as I said, tat draste paravara, when you see that, had this thought, had this desire that I want to love myself, that desire separated it. Now what is the first quality that it acquired? It just extended and extended, it acquired space. It just extended and extended and extended. I don't know how many of us know, but if the space in our atoms, if each of our bodies, if that space in our atoms is taken away, if the space in human beings is taken away, entire humanity, you can Google it, you don't need to believe me, entire humanity would fit in a sugar cube, this sugar cube, entire humanity, not Bangalore alone, but 6 billion people would just fit into a sugar cube. If you take away all space in earth, this entire earth would fit in a cup. If you take away space in this entire solar system, it would fit in your palm. That is the amount of space. The first quality that required is that space. So that our people called it as Akasha. To that space got added another quality called, to that space had this quality called Shabda. And to that space got added one more quality called touch, Sparsha. Each of us, we have learned how to touch, how to feel, Sparsha. That is when we are called Vayu. And then to this Vayu got added another quality called Vayu has space, it has touch, it has acquired another quality called what? Rupa. You are able to see it. The minute it acquired this quality Rupa, it became fire. And this fire acquired another quality. This fire acquired another quality called Rasa, taste. When you acquire the taste, that fire became water. And when this water acquired the fifth quality called smell, Gandha, it became Prithvi or matter that we see. These are the Pancha Bhutas, which we all know. So first we were that space, then we acquired that habit of feeling, touching, sparsha, then we became wind, then we acquired the quality of a form, we became Agni, then we acquired the habit of taste, we became water, then we acquired the quality of smell, we became Prithvi. After this what happened? After this what happened to each one of us? That is all we know. After that what happened? That is where now to this Prithvi, till now it is all qualities. To this Prithvi is matter. These molecules, electrons, whatever you call it, matter. To that matter, God attributed to a function called intake. Each of us learned how to intake, how to just intake. If say for example, if we will have, my son has a problem in acquiring knowledge about mathematics. Till I read this discourse, I did not realize, I was thinking his problem was mathematics. But when I read this discourse, it struck me that his problem is not mathematics, but his problem is intaking knowledge, intaking whatever information, intaking lot of things into us. That quality, that is called prana. That prana is given to, that we have acquired that prana. Now when you correct that, so we did, what did we do? I did not send my son to mathematics tuition after I read the discourse. I got him to do pranayama every day, 108 times. Today, just yesterday, I can show you the paper. He has scored 50 out of 15 is 8th class maths. I am very happy. The problem is solved. Problem is intake is the problem. Now, we have acquired that intake. How did we acquire? Like sand. We have become sand. We see all this sand, right? Sand across. We see metals and various forms of sand. Sand, one somewhere simple sand, red sand, black soil, decidual soil, whatever. And then it became stone, then it became metal. Each one of us, we have become that. And then, to this, we acquired next function called outtake. Giving out, to give out. That is called apana. That was given to us. Now we have learned the habit of taking, we have learned the function of taking, we have also acquired the function of giving out, that is apana. And to this, God added whatever is taken in and taken out. There is another function called digestion. It is digested, it is made a part of us. That is where the first cell that we call it organism that was born. That is called Vyana. To this digestion function, God added another function called circulation. So whatever is digested has to be circulated in the body. So for example, if you take a jellyfish does not have a digestion tract. It just floats in the water. Whatever water passes through its ducts, it just collects. But that same jellyfish, if you go little advanced jellyfish has an extensive digestive system. Why? It has developed the nature. The consciousness has developed itself. It has learnt that habit, that function of digesting food and then circulating. Now we see plants, all of us know plants. That is where plants they give out oxygen, then they digest that sunlight, they circulate. But what is the issue? Do you think plant wants to grow? Do you think plant has an aspiration to grow, to become better? Yeah, recent books suggest that, but it is not the case. But there is that desire for growth, desire to become better in what I do. That is given. That function is given even to us, and that is called Udana. That function is Udana. So we have learned how to intake, how to outtake, how to digest, how to circulate, and importantly, how to grow. And the minute you would have seen yesterday the Twitter video where two cheetahs were learning how to climb a coconut tree. You can actually search for that video on Twitter. Two leopards, they fight on the top of a coconut tree because they were learning, and one of them got injured because of the other, and they start fighting on the top of coconut tree. How did this this leopard has practiced all those days. Do you see a tree practicing? No. That is where that animal has come. That life form, each of us, we have become one animal, one animal. Now, what is this human body? It is nothing, as Swami says, it is but, I have used images of human here, but it is same across animals, it is same across. So, there are certain organs for intake. So, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, skin. There are certain organs for outgo, that is skin, nose, here, the reproductive organs, and then mouth. There are certain organs for digestion, that is our stomach, our liver, our pancreas, etc. There are certain organs for circulation of blood, your lungs, your heart, your veins, right? And finally, there is an organ for our intelligence, that is our brain. And our hands and legs, these allow us to move. Is it not? Now, is this different for any being, any animal or human? It is not. Does monkey not have a brain? It has. Does monkey not have a mouth? It has. Does monkey not have a pancreas? It has. In fact, pig's liver is considered to be closest for human liver, if you have to transplant. Now, so many organs have come. Now this is where the issue started. Now when we learned how to intake, when you think to write, right? You think to drive, you think to eat, but do you think to digest? Do you think for blood circulation to happen? Do you think for your food to turn into fecal matter and eject? No. How does it happen? How did it happen? It is because we have had not 1, 2, 3, but hundreds or probably thousands of years of practice as to how just intake. It has become into a muscle memory. You don't need to think, it just happens. You don't need to, same way, outgo. You don't need to think, it just happens. We have perfected all that. Now, to each time so problem is what? Each time when we interacted with the outside environment, when it kept hitting us, there is that certain unknown or unwillingly we have formed a pattern. So if you have to intake something, this is the way I intake. If you have to outgo something, this is the way I outgo. So like this, there are thousands of patterns we have formed. And these thousands of patterns, because we have learned over time, these thousands of patterns got accumulated together. And that is our mind, which is controlling these 5 organs, 5 functions. That is what we call mind. Now I told you, a cheetah was trying to get better in what it does. Or animal wants to get better at what it does. But how can you get better at what you do? Can you ever get better at what you do without remembering what you did? Is it possible? Not possible. If you want to run fast, you should know earlier when you ran. I mean, what was the time that you took earlier? You should know how to beat that earlier estimate, which means you should have memory of the past events. The memory of past events become critical input for our growth. Now, this repository of all these memories has come to be called as Chitta, which is in our own mind, each of us. You might, some of the brothers and sisters might feel, what is this fellow is simply hammering us with his philosophy. I will come. We can talk about multiple experiences. But trust me, after some time, these experiences will evaporate. You begin to doubt. You begin to debate. You begin to argue. Not you. All of us begin to do that. But this knowledge, trust me, it might feel a little boring, but it will help you when you need it the most. I also felt when I was going through it. So anyway, now this Chitta, it is the repository of all the memories. An animal has all this. It remembers what it did. It is also able to control its intake-outtake functions. Now, this aspect of remembering what it did and using that memory to get better, using those patterns, that is using mind and Chitta, we began to form an idea that we are something. This is the root cause. These three, trust me, for 100% of the problems in your life, I can write and give you. When Swami told this in a discourse, I was shocked, and I'm just repeating, parroting. For 100% of your life problem, these three are the issues. What is it? That damn thing called ahankara. Ahankara is what? An idea called ourselves. This is Ranganatha Raju. Ranganatha Raju is short. He is only 5 feet 4 inches. He is 83 kgs of weight. He gets scared in the night. He likes Netflix adventure movies. He likes Telugu poems. He is very attached to Bellampalli. He is very devoted to Swami. This idea called Ranganatha Raju that I have built. Same is the case with each one of us. If I ask you, who are you? You based on all the experiences that you had from your childhood, we think it is from childhood. It is not. But all the experiences from God knows when. No, we were doing this PLR session. I don't know whether should I tell that. I'm just holding it. Okay, I will come to that. So that ahankara, that idea that I am this small self. I am scared of lizards. I am scared of cats. I am not good enough. I am this. I am that idea, that small idea called ourselves. That is ingrained into your mind, and that is ahankara, which is called as aham akara, the idea of me. The idea of me. So manas is that repository, is the pattern, and chitta is the repository of all the memories, and ahankara is the idea called me. These three wreak havoc with us, and these three are common for all animals, right? But what is, so I have seen this, I don't know if you have seen this clipping where how old lions die. You would have seen that clipping. Old lions, they are considered to be king of the animal when it is young, but when it is old, you know how they die? The young ones, the children of the lion, for whom that father lion hunted, for whom that father lion dared the buffaloes, for whom that father lion ran in sun and sweated in the hottest of summers and stayed awake in winters, that those very kitten, those very children, when they grow tall, when they grow big, they tear apart the old lions. Literally, they hold two back feet apart. That's how the father lions, the old father lions of the forest die. Why? Because they don't know what is right, what is wrong. The same kid who was fed by the mother, the same kid who was protected by the mother, the same kid who was tended by the mother, when it grows big, it rapes the mother, it rapes the old mother and kills in most of the animals. Why? Because they don't know. Because they don't know what is right, what is wrong. Leopards wait for pregnant buffaloes, because it is easy to catch them, and they would wait for that moment when the kid is coming out of the track, so that it's extremely easy to attack both of them, because the mother can't move and the kid can't move. Why? Because they don't know what is right, what is wrong. That is where this ability to discriminate what is right, what is wrong is given to a being, and that being is called human being. And that is the power of discrimination. That is what differentiates. That is our elders have called it as buddhi. Buddhi is to discriminate what is right, what is wrong. So till here it's all good. But above this buddhi is that supreme consciousness or happiness. Now we'll just close this thought and then we'll go to experiences. Now this is where our koshas are called. So this body is called Annamaya Kosha, to simplify. The functions of intake, outtake, circulation, digestion, etc., prana, these are called Pranamaya Kosha. These qualities of ahankara and chitta and manas, these are called Manomaya Kosha. And that when you lighten that which is related to buddhi, when you lighten up your intellect, the ability to discriminate what is right, what is wrong, what is temporary, what is permanent, what is good, what is bad, that is called Vijnanamaya Kosha. And beyond that is Anandamaya Kosha. It sounds good, very good, but what is the use of all this? The problem is this. These three demons, that is Ahankara, this idea called me, this Ahankara, and the patterns called Manas, and the repository Chitta, these three wreak havoc with Buddhi. Why? Because this Buddhi gets affected by what? By one, the past, all the past things that I have done. So for example, Duryodhana, the great emperor of Kuru dynasty, he has conquered entire Aryavarta. He had best of the minds to suggest. He had God himself, Krishna himself coming and telling Duryodhana, please listen. Krishna, in fact, when we were showing a drama to Swami, Swami said, I have begged him. Swami became so stiff like that, looking at that Duryodhana's character, and he was shivering. I was praying that for Swami to give a title for the drama. Swami was holding the two arms of the chair, and he was looking at that character of Duryodhana, and he was literally very angry. He was swaying because of the anger. I said, Swami, then he said, Adukunnanu, I have begged him. Adiganu, I have asked him. I have cajoled him. Vratimladanu, I have literally begged, and yet he did not budge. So cruel is he. So bad is this fellow, Duryodhana. Inta cheddavadu. Why? What is the reason? Why? He says, Janami dharma, I know Krishna what is right and what is wrong, but yet there is something, that damn thing sitting in my heart and which is pulling my strings. I am not able to do. What is it? That is this chitta. This evening, half an hour back, I was speaking to Chandrasekhar sir. So he was telling me, I have heard an experience about Swami. Swami told us in Chennai, when we were having coffee, he said, tea and coffee are not good for health. From that day to this day, I gave up, in fact, in Chandrasekhar sir's house, including, I gave up 49 times coffee and tea. I kept giving up, and whenever I see coffee, I feel like drinking. Why? But on the contrary, Chandrasekhar sir has heard about this experience, to which I was a party, from someone else, and he decided to give up from 1.5 years. Why? The problem is the chitta that has been obstructing my decision making. There is a brother. Now we think what is all this talking? We do this PLR. PLR session is basically past life regression. You take a person into his past lives. So I have seen this one particular brother was very attached to a sannyasini in my place. And this yogini, he is very attached to this yogini. And that yogini also is very attached to him. This yogini is considered as the amsha, the snake amsha of Shiva. So I asked him to get a PLR done. So he went to Hyderabad, he got his PLR is past life regression. He got his past life regression done, and then I was allowed to be a party to it. This is one of the strangest past life regression experience that I was a party to. And then the person was asking him questions, and then I asked him, brother, what is the first time that you met this Amma? What is the first time? Can you go back to that moment, to that moment, for the first time when you met Amma? And he said, He was close, because it's like you are sleeping almost, you're semi-conscious, unconscious stage. He was like this, sleeping, semi-conscious, and he's a very good speaker. And he started hissing. I called out his name. I said, what happened? He was hissing. I said, what happened? That it just hiss. Then that experienced PLR person told me, he said, wait. He said, were you a snake? He said, it means yes. Were you a small snake, big snake? Which means no. Which is, were you a big snake, king cobra? He said, yes. So, when did you meet Amma? And it is the 4 hisses. So you saw her for the first time as a it becomes. Probably he knew, I don't know, out of his meditation, he said, he's scared, he's angry. I said, why? Then I told him, sir, is it mongoose? So is Amma mongoose? He said, Sss, which means yes. And so what happened? Did the mongoose kill you? He said, Sss, no. Why? Don't know. So immediately struck me, that was the first time that this fellow was a cobra crawling in the forest. And then a mongoose attacked him. For some reason, the mongoose chose not to harm the cobra. And that bonding between the mongoose and the cobra continued over lifetimes. And today, that same fellow is this brother, and that same mongoose is this evolved yogini. And both of them are attached to each other. That is the seed. Chitta, the repository of all human memories. Another time, another fellow had come and he said, I am your brother, and this is another strange case. This is probably 2-3 are some of the best cases that I have seen. He said, I am not getting married. And yeah, it is true, because 10 years ago, when he was 26 and the girl was 24, I have, will you be able to project that photo? Is it possible? Not now, I'll just tell you. Go back. So this is the couple, right? Just see the couple, again you can go back. Switch. That's the couple. So, this fellow was 26 and the girl was 24. They were supposed to get married. Arrangements are done, and something happened, the agreement broke away. Then next year they tried, did not happen. Next year they tried, did not happen. Next year it went for 10 years. This fellow became 36. In that photo he is 36 years old. The girl is 34 years old. 10 years, they are just not getting married. They fixed the marriage date, something even to such an extent that in the 10th year, everything got fixed. He came and gave me a card and said, Anna, you have to come for marriage. I said, yeah, brother, definitely I'll be there. 3 days before the marriage, father was having tea. He had tea, he bent down. Can you imagine? He bent down, that hot tea, due to some reason, went to brain. He got a brain stroke and dead. Died on the spot. He dead. He bent and dead. Fell dead. Marriage got cancelled. 35, 36, he came crying. He said, what is happening in my life? The girl's parents are not ready to hold any longer. They said, we will get our daughter married to someone else. And they both are close relatives. They both are lovers. Close relatives. Everything is in place, but they are not able to get married. So he said, what is the issue? Let's go back. So probably everything else we tried. Money not a problem, caste not a problem, religion not, everything is fine. But where is the issue? We just tapped back into his chitta. So that we tapped back into chitta. And where did he go? So he was taken in the trance, and then he goes to, he's describing gory scenes. He says, that smell, I'm not able to bear the stench, please take me away. I said, where are you? My God, there are too many hands, too many legs, too many bodies, too many organs. It's all human flesh, endless human flesh. I said, where are you? Oh God, he's not able to answer. He's lost in that experience. Oh, that is Babruana's hand, that is Bhurishrava's thigh, this is Dushasana's heart, that is Simhadruva's ribs. Oh my God, it's all strewn with flesh. I said, are you in Mahabharata war field? Kurukshetra? He said, yes. I said, what are you doing? And he says, today Bhishma is getting cremated. Bhishma passed away yesterday. Where are you? I am a guard standing in front of Bhishma's dead body. So what happened? So Bhishma passed away. So all the denizens, all the citizens of the Kuru, Hastinapura came to pay their homages to Bhishma. A problem was Ashwadhama was still on loose. He could take any form. So Dharmaraja was very concerned. So he got 40 people, 40 security guards to attend to Krishna. They were all protecting Krishna. And this security guard was given special instruction that don't allow anyone near the dead body, because Krishna and the Pandavas are there. They can get harmed by Ashwadhama. Instructions were very clear. Do not allow anyone. If someone crosses a line, beat them. Take law into your hands, but make sure that they don't cross this line. So this guard was waiting, and because Bhishma helped so many women of the kingdom, so many women came in droves, and they wanted to pay their homage. The crowd increased. At one point of time, it swelled and they crossed this line and they were falling on each other. And this person first pushed them, then he threatened them. He did not know what else to do. The push was so much that finally he decided that he will whip. So there is one young girl who fell, who was being pushed, and she fell this side of the line. He whipped her so badly in Krishna's presence. He whipped her so badly that her clothes got torn. And he pulled her and threw her in the crowd. Just threw her out. And that lady, when she was being thrown, she looks at him and says, I have tried to come near you. You threw me away. This happened in Krishna's presence. I curse you. There will come a time when in this Krishna's presence again, you will try to come near me. But karma will never allow you. And she walked away. 5,500 years have to pass by. The same Krishna comes as Bhagavan Satsai Baba. And in his presence, this girl, that girl who was whipped comes back as this girl. And that guard who whipped her comes back as this fellow. And now he is trying to get married to this girl. 10 years. It is not happening. It is not. Because of those 10 seconds of whipping, it took 10 years, that karmic effect. After this was done, when he realized his mistake, he saw his folly, and that's where you would see that picture of the couple. I had taken that picture to show each one that is their marriage picture. That karmic bond, the chitta is cleared of that. Next, go back. Chitta is cleared of that, and that the couple got married. In fact, just last month they had their third son. That is what this chitta does. And each one of us, believe me, each one of us have these issues. It's not me alone. Each one. I like a particular person. I don't know why. I hate a particular person. I have no reason. Go back. Go back. Do you need to, does everybody need to get to Prayala? Not required. You have your own meditation. You think you go back into your own self and you will see the answer. You will see the pattern. Oh my God, okay. So whenever this happens, you see this. Oh, this is the problem with my chitta. And second is manas. Manas is, so this problem of chitta is called mala in Sanskrit. Manas, one time it sits here. One time it sits there. One time it goes, one time it sits on the teacup in kitchen. One time it goes on the clothes dried on the terrace. Another time it goes on the shit that was passed yesterday. Another time it goes on the office file. Next moment it goes on the Delhi Narendra Modi inaugurating parliament. Next moment it goes to Biden talking and sleeping. Next moment it goes to Russia. Next moment it goes to Puttaparthi. Next moment it goes to Ranganath Raju's talk. All this, so why? It is like, Swami says, it is like a mad monkey. Not even mad monkey, a drunk mad monkey. Not even drunk mad monkey. A mad monkey that is drunk and bitten by a scorpion. Imagine the flight of that damn thing. Keep jumping. And Swami says, it is like the fly. It goes and sits everywhere. Fly goes and sits everywhere. Swami says, it goes and sits on the shit and comes and sits on the puja altar. It doesn't differentiate. Same is the case with our mind. But only thing is, Swami asked me this question. I was like blank. He said, where does the fly never sit? I said, Swami, it never struck me. I was like, I looked at my classmate, that law, he gave a big smile, said, Swami, don't know Swami. He said, where does the fly not sit? Fly never sits on fire. Because the minute fly sits on fire, it gets burnt. Swami said, that is the same thing with manas. The minute you put this manas on your own self, it disappears. The vyakulata, the vikshepa, the habit of jumping from one to another, that habit of shaking, that inconsistency, that disappears. When you put that self on manas, when you put that manas on your own self, that is the problem with manas. And ahankara, which is the biggest of enemies and the subtlest. What does this ahankara do? Problem is, now I have created, I told you what ahankara is, a small idea of myself. This small idea called Ranganath Raju. Ranganath Raju is 5 feet 4 inches. Ranganath Raju is 83 kgs weight. Ranganath Raju knows economics. Ranganath Raju is a devotee of Satsai Baba. Which means the minute I say Ranganath Raju knows economics, it also means Ranganath Raju does not know Python coding. It also means Ranganath Raju does not know about biology. It also means Ranganath Raju, the minute I say Ranganath Raju is from Bellampalli, it also says that Ranganath Raju does not know anything about Bombay. Which means there is that I have to acquire this to become happy, to become full. That is the problem. The problem of wanting. I want attention. I want money. I want power. I want water. I want this. I want that. Problem is, Swami tells a beautiful story. There is this traveler, I'm sure some of the brothers who attend Adhyatma Vidya would know this story. I don't narrate it there. One person was walking. He was a traveler. He's on his Swami narrates this story. No, he's on his journey. He's going there. Where? To some place. A very hot sun. He's walking and he's very tired. So he wants to rest under a tree. And he finds a beautiful tree. He goes and rests under a tree. Unfortunately, the tree happened to be a wish-fulfilling tree. So he sits, he wants to rest. He says, Abba. Now that he has attained rest, now he is feeling thirsty. He wants to have water. So I want water. Tuck water appears. Fantastic. He drinks water. The minute he drinks water, now he is rested. Now his thirst is also quenched. I want to have food because he begins to feel hungry. Oh, food appears. Has food. Now he has food. He had water. He had rest. He had food. He begins to feel sleepy. I want to have a bed. Tuck bed appears. Now he is sleeping. He says, I want to have my wife with me, my wife next to me so that she can press my feet. Wife appears. And she is pressing his feet. And he says, he suddenly realizes when I left home, she was in the kitchen. Now who is this lady? Probably she might be a demon. She becomes a demon. Oh my God, this demon might eat me. The demon eats him. End of the story. This is what Swami says. Why does that Lord who said that Atatva Brahma Jignasu, why does that Lord Yeda Yeda Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata tell this story? Why does that Supreme One had to do this small story? No. Behind this story is a very powerful lesson. He says, the traveler first started with, I want shade. Shade came. Now want took a different shape. Now shade became, I want water. Water came. Want got satisfied. Now that want to get different and I want food. Food came. I want bed. Bed came. I want wife. Wife came. Every time shade became water. Water became food. Food became wife. Food became bed. Bed became wife. But all the while there is one thing that is common. I want. Same is the case with each one of us. My Alcazar got released one day. I want an Alcazar. I bought an Alcazar. Yesterday, 4 or 5 days back, Jimmy is out now for deliveries. My brother is saying, I want a Jimmy. Now he'll buy a Jimmy. I know. Or someone else, I want a laptop. I want a Nokia phone. I want an iPhone. You look at all the objects that are with us. Want. What is the problem with this wanting? Nothing wrong. But there is an issue with this wanting. What happens? If I get what I want, what happens? I am very happy. I want to hold it. I want to hold it tight. I want to hold it to my heart. I get attached to it. From that, so this wanting is called kama. From that kama comes moha. I want to hold to it. I want to hold on to it. Not only that, I want more of it. You have 10 rupees, I want 100 rupees. You have 100 rupees, I want 1000 rupees. From this moha comes lobha. Now I am the only one to have this. Nobody else has. Comes mada. I am the only one. I am the only one to have this. I am the only entrepreneur to whose office KTR visited. Mada. And now I don't have, but he has. Matsara. What does he think of himself? Yeah? Is he great? Is he better than me? Is he a better singer than me? Is he a better service sevadal than me? Matsara. Where is the issue? Issue is not with Matsara. Issue is not with comparison. Issue is, the root cause is what? Want. The root cause of this want is what? This damn thing called ahankara. I am this small self. I am this small petty self. That is ahankara. And this issue is called avarna. And how do we overcome this? That is how those three affect buddhi. How do we overcome this? How do we easily overcome these issues? Is there a way? You go to hospital. Go to best of the hospitals. Like I told you, go to Yashoda. This entire thing is human, right? All of us agree that this entire composition is human. Right? All of us agree that we are human beings. Now go to any hospital, walk here or go to that hospital. All of the hospitals will treat you only for this. Or probably to an extent they might go little into this. Before my father died, 3 days before my father died, his stomach bulged. Huge, like that, it bulged. I asked the doctor, the doctor, sir, what is the issue? He said, sir, appears like body has, I never understood that time, that's where this triggered me. Body has lost the capability to digest and to circulate. The samana and vyana, pranas have left him. And the stomach bulged. I said, sir, is there no way to revive this? Sir, no, sir, we don't know. We can only give medicines to the brain, but beyond that, I cannot revive this function. It has to come back on its own. Go to any hospital, or you go to police stations, you go to government offices. What do? They can only treat you, they can only help you only at this level. This level. Only this Annamaya Kosha. Only at this level they can help you. You have an ear problem, go to an ENT specialist. You have a liver problem, go to a liver specialist. You have digestion problem, go to someone. They can help you only this. But where do these not have diseases? I just told you, worst of the diseases is not this, but this ahankara, chitta and manas, they are affecting buddhi. Where are these diseases treated? Who is treating these diseases? Where are the medicines for these? At least they say 30-40% of India or 60% of India is diabetic, which means at least 40% is not affected diabetic. They say 20-25% of India has cancer. They at least 75% is free of it. But tell me who doesn't have ahankara? Tell me who doesn't have the vikshepa? Tell me the fickleness of the mind. Tell me who doesn't have the mala, which is the dirt of the chitta. Who doesn't have? Each one of us. 100% of human is with this. Now, where do you get medicine for this? Who is treating this? How do you clean yourself with this? Once, one sadhu with his 8 students had come to Parthi. Oh, sadhu is crying, kids are crying. Small 10-year, 12-year-old kids. So they told Swami, I am not able to manage, Swami, there is an issue. So Swami called this guru. He said, what is the problem? So he said, Swami, I am not able to do anything. Swami, please help me out. Swami smiled. Swami looked at one boy and he said, he gave this amudam, castor oil. He gave castor oil to this boy and said, drink. He said, Swami, drink. He drank castor oil. You know, the issue with castor oil, if you drink castor oil, you will have loose motions. So he ejected. Whatever he ate, he just ejected. First day. Second day they came. Swami said, repeat. Third day, repeat. Fourth day, repeat. 11 days, this boy almost like became a skeleton. Every day, drink that one bottle of castor oil and it gets ejected. Everything gets ejected. 11th day is almost like, without strength. Then Swami called them for interview again. And Swami said, are you fine now? So, few of us are sitting there. Said, Swami, we don't know what happened. Swami asked the guru to explain to the students sitting there. He said, tell them what happened. The guru then explained, we have gone for a feast. After the feast, this particular student started having a dream of a very beautiful lady, dressed herself, and she is stretching out her hands and says, help me, help me, help me. I have gone to temples, I have gone to doctors, nobody is able to help. I don't know what to do. I am a teacher and he is my disciple, he is been given to me. He is like my responsibility. So someone told me, go to Sai Baba, so I came here. So Swami has cured him of this problem. Swami asked, did you have the dream for last 3 days? He said, no, Swami, I am free. Swami looked at this person and said, Guru, how foolish were you? Where did you go to the feast? He said, Swami, we went to feast to that particular Jamindar's house, to that village headman's house. Why? Do you know what was the feast? He said, no, Swami. They were serving like some 20 or 25 item food. We went. Free food. They invited, we went. Swami said, be very careful of what you do, very careful of what you eat. He said, why, Swami? Do you know what was the food arranged for? The food was arranged for the 12th day ceremony of the village headman's wife. And Swami told him, you know who was the village headman's wife? The person who cooked food, his daughter was this village headman's wife. What was the issue? This girl was very beautiful. The village headman is a 65-year-old man. So his wife died. When his wife died for those 12 days, this cook's daughter accompanied the father to help her father in the cooking preparations. This village headman, he lusted her. So he used all his power to marry her. After the 12th day ceremony of his wife, he married her, and she was so unhappy that she committed suicide and she died. When she died, for her 12th day, the father is cooking and he is crying bitterly that I ended up cooking for my daughter's 12th day. And Swami tells him, the tears of that, the agony of that dead girl and the agony of that father entered that food, and that is affecting this fellow's mind. And that is what is creating this problem. That is why I had to ask him to take castor oil every day, so that whatever is remaining in his system is washed out completely. So nothing of that is remaining. So where am I coming to? Swami says, 1/6 of the food that we take becomes manas. 1/5 of the water we drink becomes prana. And 1/4 of the air we breathe becomes buddhi. Why people say do pranayama? It is because when your lungs are full, 1/4 of it is helping that buddhi to grow. When you drink more water, what happens? Your ability to intake, outtake, circulate, digest, and the passion to grow automatically grows, because that more of water is getting converted into prana. When you have food, you don't know where the food comes, what issues it has. So that is why Swami says, when you take food, do brahmarpanam. So offer it to God, so that all these vibrations that you don't see in the food are taken away by God. So that's how it becomes prasad. Swami says, it becomes naivedyam. And when you take naivedyam, you only have divine thoughts. Now that is how you can address. But now, is it possible? Now we had gone last year to Munnar. It was raining. One of the days it was raining, so we wanted to take my son on that elephant ride. So we went and we saw it was all raining. They said, sir, we can't take risk now because elephants might slip. You will get wet and elephants will slip. So today there is no walk, please go back. No elephant ride, go back. So we went, next day we came. It was raining, and that day we saw that it is still raining. They got all the elephants and they made them walk in that path without anyone sitting on their back. I asked him, yesterday you said the elephants would get wet and today you are making them walk. Why? He avoided me 2-3 times. I was persistent. Then he said, sir, look at that massive elephant. It is like 5 times, 6 times of the mahout sitting there. How do you think the mahout can control it? Mahout cannot control it with that sharp thing on its head. No, it doesn't work. What actually works is the training, is the sadhana. Every day at 9 o'clock, this elephant has to walk. It has become habit of the elephant. It has to walk. Come what may, it has to walk. So every day at 9 o'clock, whether somebody is sitting there or not on its back, it will walk. So yesterday we already missed one day. Today also if I miss, tomorrow it will not listen to that mahout. It will know that, it will sense that, there is a possibility of me not walking at 9. So it will start behaving on its own. So every day, come what may, I have to walk. I will make the elephant walk. I felt very nice. But why? And that evening, Swami came and gave a big smile in my dream. I never understood it for long. Why did Swami smile? And then suddenly struck me when I was hearing Gita Vahini discourse. Swami says, your mind is also like that massive elephant. You decide, tomorrow I will get up at 4 o'clock and do Suprabhatam. That is your buddhi, which is right, which is wrong, has taken a call. Hey, I am telling you, my manas, chitta, ahankara, body, prana, I am telling you, tomorrow 4 o'clock we will get up and do Suprabhatam. All of them will say, yes boss. 4 o'clock comes. Mind will say, bloody hell, you are the one who gave word, go get up and do. What can buddhi do? Buddhi is like the small mahout sitting on top of that massive elephant called mind. It can do nothing. He said, get up there. 6 o'clock we'll see, 7 o'clock we'll see, by the time you get up it's 8. The massive mind cannot be controlled with telling what. The only way to control mind is sadhana. Sadhana is continuous practice. That is where Swami says in that first letter that Swami wrote to his brother, he says, నియమనిష్టలతోడ ననుగొల్చు వారుల పట్టి కాపాడుచుండుటే ఘనత నాకు. నియమ నిష్ట, నియమ, doing everything, doing every day same thing. Niyama, nishta is purity. I do it as an offering to God, which means what? When I do it as an offering to God, I give food as an offering to God. Your chitta is getting clean. Niyama nishtalatoda. Niyama is controlling your mind. Nishta is controlling your chitta. And that is how slowly and steadily, when this mind and chitta are controlled, ahankara is taken care. But this is to an extent. What is, now I told you that hospitals, police stations can help only to certain extent. So Swami says in 1965 discourse, he says, SSSIHL organization has been commissioned to do the work that government, you can go and see, to do the work government cannot do, to do the work the doctors cannot do. And when I read this, and that is when I made the connection. In 11th chapter of Premavayini, Swami explains, this SSSIHL organization has been established, the samitis have been established so that these samitis, these places of worship, these temples of worship are the hospitals for the manas, chitta and ahankara. They are the hospitals for blossoming of buddhi. And he says, so you need to control food, you need to control water, which I told you, but it is not possible to do all this, Swami, for everyone. Not possible, right? You are in Himalayas, you are fighting a war, you are making a project, you are running for your targets. It's not possible to control all this. Is there any easiest way? Swami says, yes, the most easiest way to control this is, and I was shocked when I heard it. Can you guess? It is, he says, it is chanting God's name. He says, bhajana. Bhajan is the easiest way to control manas. Why? Because when you do continuous bhajan, unknowingly, your mind develops ekagrata, which means it is one point attention is developed and it doesn't jump, which means that the problem of fluctuation is gone. Your chitta is like, Swami says, nama is like the soap which scrubs. It's like the soap that is scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. I've had, there was this senior gentleman in Parthi. He was such a problematic man. He had anger at the tip of his nose. So imagine his anger levels. One day my classmate was meditating, Papam. He meditated and he kept his hands like this. After long meditation, 1 hour, he wanted to feel free, so he kept his hands on either side of his thighs. And this man was walking and he stamped his finger. The finger actually broke, fractured. And what would I say if I were in the I would immediately say, I'm really sorry, brother, I have not seen. You know what that individual said? Don't you have sense, idiot? Why do you put your hand in the way I walk? Take out your hand. Good that only one finger broke. I should have actually broken 2. That was the levels of anger. And this person, he said one day something happened and Swami was very upset with him. He said, Swami, please Swami, give me some opportunity, some medicine or some mantra to overcome this anger. I'm not able to live well with these people. And Swami gave a big smile and said, he was like very big man in society. Swami gave a big smile and said, go and serve water in canteen. Swami, I asked you for a mantra, for a medicine. Swami gave a big smile, go and serve water in canteen. And whenever you pour water, just say Sai Ram. So what is Swami saying? Anyway, because he asked and he thought, why did I ask Swami? Probably would have thought, I don't know. But he went. Nevertheless, I saw him initially very reluctant serving water. You go and say, like you put a glass, say, hey, put properly, like that. Initial days of anger. Slowly, things changed. And at one point of time, in my second MBA, CP was also there with me those days. So we were doing a program, and so we were in a hurry. So one of my classmates, PVR Kaushik, he dressed himself and he was running to put up this roll, and he kicked this gentleman. Imagine, he kicked. 6 years ago, when that gentleman kicked my classmate was the victim. He got it badly. Now, Kaushik kicks this gentleman right in front of Swami. It was so badly he kicked that I thought that Kaushik is going to be burned that day, like how Manmada was burned by Shiva. And Swami looked at him, this old man looked at him, and you know what this old man said? He got up and said, Babu, Was my thigh hard? Is your leg okay? Did you feel pain? Please go, Babu. I was stunned. So, he is the same person. And after the darshan, Swami comes to him and says, he calls his name and says, where did your anger go? I said, Swami, don't know, Swami. Every day when you served water chanting Sai Rama, Sai Ram, Sai Rams, little by little, little by little, little by little, that name cleansed your chitta, and that seva took away the burden of it. So you are clean of that problem. That is why these samitis are established. These samitis, like hospitals, how they offer medicines, how they offer us exercises, how they offer us pills. These samitis offer us these pills called namasmarana, bhajana, seva. It is not for glorifying Swami. Swami does not need it. One day, one of the poets, so I think I am exceeding time. One of the poets had told Swami that, Swami, I want to write your life story so that I was a live witness. He said, I will write a poem, Telugu poem, such a way that the world will be marveled by its beauty. Swami looked at him and said, hey, even the grasshopper, Mirta, even the grasshopper can relate my glory 1,000 times better than your poem. And yesterday, our zoology professor was saying that grasshopper has, it seems, nearly 1 crore retina, some parts in her eye. How is it possible, this small grasshopper? That is where Swami says, it can relate my glory 1,000 times better. Swami does not need these samitis, these sevas to glorify him. No. It is for us. It is for each one of us to cleanse ourselves of this ankara, of this mala, of this chitta. It is for us that we need these samitis. Now Swami says, in prayer, don't believe me, but I was in fact shocked, and I am an economist. I only trust data. I have taken this data and I saw, Swami says, the number of temples, number of mathas, number of samitis is equal to the life satisfaction of society. And I put this data, you put number of samitis, number of mathas, number of temples, which means I am not saying Hindu, Muslim, no, any temple, any god. You put those and you equate them, you will see that the life satisfaction is far higher in those societies, in those in those cities, in those localities. And Swami says it is because temple, and now immediately you might question me, there are some countries where lot of temples are there, but is there really happiness? And there are that those places where in temples hatred is spread. Are they really spreading happiness? No. That is where Swami says this. What is the definition of a temple? He says temple or a samiti has 3 criteria. Swami says, first one, any place, be it, Swami says, be it even your bedroom, if it is able to qualify these 3. 1, if it is taking away the sense of doership, that I am doing this, that ahankara, if it is rubbing that ahankara, 1. Second, if it is improving your love for God. Second. Third, at a collective level, if it is prompting you to do good for society, that place alone is samiti or is a temple. Now, take these criteria and check each and every temple and every samiti. If they are fulfilling this criteria, yes, definitely, in that place we will see a lot of happiness, we will see prosperity. And finally, before I end, this one classmate of mine had this problem. This house was filled with diseases. The child who has had some deformities, someone else had this problem, and the problems galloped. They had financial problem, they had health problem, it went on and on and on. And then they came to Swami and said, Swami, we are not able to overcome this problem, Swami. Probably it is because of chitta, because of whatever, ahankara, mala, but we are not able to overcome. Please help us. Swami tells, the easiest solution Swami gave, Swami said, Swami did not answer him directly. He said, how many days do you do bhajan in your house? His voice, he said, Swami, bhajan, Swami, no bhajan. But Swami, my house is actually riddled with all this problem, please help me. Swami said, okay, how many days your people attend bhajans in your Samiti? Swami, we don't do, Swami, there is no Samiti, no, we don't do, because we are from the elite society. No, we don't do this bhajans. And so he said, okay. Swami, but I'm having lot of problems, I have so much wealth, but there is no use. Then Swami smiled and said, Ray, every day, sing God's bhajan. Do that namasmara, let it reverberate in your house. He took it to heart. And he went and he did it. Within 1 year, he comes back. And he is so happy sitting there, and Swami asked him, what happened? So Swami, most of my problems, even if they are not solved, my mind is not affected. I am feeling happy. Irrespective of any problem, first of all, the problems have come down. Second, I am happy. Whenever there is a problem comes up, I am actually, a solution is also cropping up mysteriously. Swami told him, so have you been doing this? He said, yes, Swami, every day we are playing. Chudu, aipoyindi. And it struck him, okay. And then Swami goes on to add, he says, is it possible that you take a cube of sugar and put in water and say, don't melt? Is it possible for the sugar to stay? Is it possible for a salt doll to get into water and not become water? It is not possible. It is impossible. Swami says, same is the case with God's name. When you when this identity, when this small salt doll holds that sea of love called God, it automatically becomes sea of love. It automatically becomes that sweetness of sugar. It automatically becomes water. Even if you resist, even if you fight, like that Ratnakara who became Valmiki with what? Did he see Ramachandra? No. Did he at least know Ramachandra? No. All that he had was Rama, 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 Rama. Those two letters brought out a Valmiki. And this is not my response, this is Swami's. And we have been given this instrument called God's name. We have also been taught how to do bhajans. And we have also been given these facilities called samitis. We have also been given ways and means to do this. How blessed are we? That is why he is called Vaidyo Narayana. He is the greatest of doctors. He has come to cure the diseases that no hospital can cure. He has come to cure diseases that no police can cure. To that Lord, we should be ever, ever happy. Because He has given us these jewels, not for a town, not for a place, not for a community, but for humanity. With these jewels, the entire humanity will benefit. We are not, but we are not seeing it at the scale, but you look at that entire scale and you see the transformation that Swami is slowly, steadily bringing. That is the love of the Lord. And I have this one small bit of experience, very nice, beautiful experience with that. I learned one day, in fact, I was telling this to in the afternoon. One of my classmates, he had both his parents were cancer patients, and they came and they sat. Swami asked them to come for interview. 3 of them went and sat in front of Swami. 30 minutes passed by. Swami looked at them, they looked at Swami. Swami said, go. They went out. They thought, hey, what is this? I thought you will speak. So they thought maybe it is on our karma that we should die. So 3.5 months went by. They went to their own samitis. 3.5 months went by. Nothing happened. 4th month, nothing happened. 5th month, nothing happened. They thought something is wrong. They came to Bangalore, got themselves checked. They're all fine. They're just fine, father and mother. They came to Swami, and this time they came to Patti. Swami called them again, this classmate, father, mother. And both 3 of them were sitting. This time they were smiling, and Swami was very emotional. And Swami asked them, where did your cancer go? So don't know, Swami miraculously went. Swami tells him, this father, after he went back, he thought, I have only 3 months to live. Let me use my time well. So every day morning he used to sweep the samiti and saying Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. His wife, the mother, used to mop the samiti floor saying Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Swami tells them, every day when you swept, to that mundane activity when you added this potent medicine called Nama, it became so effective that slowly and steadily it cleaned cancer away from your body. And same is the case with your wife. That simple mopping and simple sweeping could change them, could change their karmas. What would it do to us if we are offering ourselves heartfully to the Lord, to that divine master, to that divine love, offering myself. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you very much, Sriranganatha Raju. I think you've given us a beautiful recipe for body, mind, soul. Thank you so much. We go back refreshed on the significance of Brahmarpanam and the Seva. Thank you so much. We will now request Sri Ramkumar to facilitate Sriranganatha Raju.
Sai Ram. I just wanted to share a very small snippet, 30 seconds, to show how Swami's divine hands are very well guiding this whole thing. About a week back, I had messaged Brother Raju that two of our brothers will pick him up when he comes here. Now, this morning, Raju's brother messages him saying Swami came in Raju's brother's dream and asked, is Raju there? And he said, no Swami, he has gone to Bangalore. Then Swami said, oh yeah, it is very much required there. And then he told Raju's brother, tell him there will be 3 people to receive him and he should go with them. And it so happened that not 2 but 3 of us went there to receive him. So you can just imagine how Swami is working through each one of us. I thought it's a very wonderful incident just to share. Sai Ram.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Devanathan, sir, to come and propose a word of thanks.
Sai Ram, brothers and sisters who are assembled here. Again, it's a blessing and an act of His divine grace to be present here and also to propose this vote of thanks. At the outset, our sincere gratitude and heartfelt thanks to Swami for showering His grace that enabled us organize this 26th anniversary of Sai Gitanjali. Sincere thanks to all the members of Sai Gitanjali and other fellow devotees for this active participation in the various events. We acknowledge with thanks and appreciation the mellifluous Veena, Venu and violin concert by Vidushis Shubha Santosh, Vani Manjunath and Prema Vivek, and accompanied by Sri Puttur Nikshit on the Mridangam. More importantly, we thank brothers Ram and Lakshman who are here to offer their soulful music to Swami yesterday. And I think all of you would definitely agree with me that we will go back home as different souls this evening after listening to whatever was told by Sriranganatha Raju today. I think this we should carry forward, and his insistence or his inference that bhajan alone could be the remedy or panacea for all our ills. I think we should take it forward make the best use of this and ensure that we do it with such a beautiful facility here like Sai Gitanjali. And with these few words, I offer my thanks to everyone here and with prayerful thanks to Swami. Thank you.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam.
Shiva, 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 Subramanyam. Hara, 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 Subramanyam.
Shiva, 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 Subramanyam. Hara, 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 Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Sharavana, Bhava, Subramanyam. Guru, Sharavana, Bhava, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Sharavana, Bhava, Subramanyam. Guru, Sharavana, Bhava, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam.
Shiva, 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 Subramanyam. Hara, 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 Subramanyam.
Shiva, 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 Subramanyam. Hara, 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 Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Sharavana, Bhava, Subramanyam. Guru, Sharavana, Bhava, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Sharavana, Bhava, Subramanyam. Guru, Sharavana, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam. Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Om Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Jai Jai Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukhanatha, Subramanyam.
Subramanyam,
Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam.
Om Tat Sat Shri
Narayana Tu Purushottama Guru Tu Siddha Buddha Tu Skanda Vinayaka Savita Pavaka Tu Savita Pavaka Tu
Brahmamastatu Yakvashakti Tu Eshu Pita Prabhu Tu
Rudra Vishnu Tu Rama Krishna Tu Rahimataho Tu Rahimataho Tu Vasudeva Go Vishwarupa Tu Chidananda Hari Tu Advitiya Tu Akala Nirbhaya Atmalinga Shiva Tu Sai Atmalinga Shiva Tu Sai Atmalinga Shiva Tu. असतो मा
सद्गमय तमसो मा
ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय। शांति शांति शांति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयना। ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूपा हो जयश्री हो साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा। मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगल हारति अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा। ओम शांति शांति शांति। समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु। शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि बाबा विभूतिम् इदमाश्रयामि